You know, in this super connected world we all live in, we're always looking to technology for the next big thing. But what happens when that same tech is used to share wisdom that's literally centuries old? Let's dive into a really fascinating story about faith, community, and, believe it or not, the internet.
So, at the very heart of Sikhism is its holy scripture. It's a source of guidance that people have turned to for generations. This image just perfectly captures the reverence for that wisdom. But in a world of constant clicks and streams, how do you keep a tradition like this alive and accessible?
And that's a huge question, right? It's something so many spiritual traditions are grappling with today. How do you take something so profound and personal and make it work for an audience that lives online scrolling through their feeds? It's a massive challenge, but one community is offering a really cool solution.
Well, that brings us to the Gurudwara of Rochester, a Sikh temple in New York. What they've done is pretty amazing. They've built what you could call a digital sanctuary, a place that perfectly bridges ancient tradition with modern technology.
They did it with a YouTube channel. And I know, that might sound simple, but think about it. The platform is everything. It's free, it's global, and by using it, they've turned their local congregation's outreach into a spiritual resource that's available to literally anyone with an internet connection.
Okay, so what are you actually getting on this channel? What does this daily spiritual guidance look like in practice? Let's break down what they offer.
All right, the main event here is something called the Hukamnama. The best way to think of it is like a daily verse or a divine command. It's chosen at random from the Holy Scripture each day, and it's meant to provide guidance and something to reflect on. It's a real cornerstone of daily life for many Sikhs. So get this, every single day, without fail, the channel uploads a video of the Hukamnama. And this isn't just someone reading a text out loud. It's a genuine moment of reflection, a spiritual touch point that you can bring into your daily life no matter where in the world you are. But it's not just the spoken word either. They also have a collection of Shabad Kirtan, which is basically the hymns from the scriptures set to music. It's another really powerful way to connect with the teachings, and it offers a more meditative, devotional kind of experience. Okay, but here's the part that I think is a real game changer. Because, it's one thing to share these traditions, but it's a whole other ballgame to make sure people can actually understand them. And this is where the power of translation comes into play. They provide English translations for every single daily Hukamnama. And that one simple thing, just adding translations, totally blows the doors open. Suddenly, this deep spiritual wisdom is available to a huge global audience, whether that's younger people who may not be fluent in the original language, or just anyone who's curious to learn.
And you can imagine that kind of accessibility has a massive ripple effect. We're not just talking about broadcasting a service anymore. This is about actively building a real worldwide community that goes way beyond physical walls.
Yeah, this slide really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the traditional way, teachings shared inside the physical building, the Gurudwara. But then you look at the right, and with something as simple as YouTube, that same local effort is now reaching a global community, creating a sanctuary without walls. It's pretty incredible. And just to be clear, this global reach isn't some happy accident. It's their entire mission. This quote from the channel's page says it all. Their whole purpose is to use technology to expand access to this spiritual resource for everyone, everywhere. So after hearing all this, you might be thinking, okay, this is pretty cool. How can I check it out? Or maybe help out? Well, the good news is it's incredibly easy. It really is as simple as these 3 steps. Just pop open YouTube and search for Gurudwara of Rochester. It'll come right up. You can check out the daily videos, see what you think, and if it's something you value, hitting that subscribe button is the best way to support their mission. So what the Gurudwara of Rochester has done here is honestly a pretty powerful model. They're using simple, everyday tech to share these profound, ancient traditions. It really shows how timeless wisdom can not only survive, but actually thrive in the digital age. And it makes you think, doesn't it? As more and more of our lives move online, how will other communities of faith adapt and connect and share their own wisdom with the world?